my YouTube channel. We're about to get into some slayage here. Y'all just don't even, as you can see. But I'm on a vibe today because I have big hair and I've combed out my curls and I'm here. So you have to excuse me if I got a little extra something there the whole time I'm talking. But you are gonna watch me do a full custom transparent lace unit install. I did make the unit myself and the hair comes from my hair company, Crown Luxury Hair Extensions. The specs on the hair is a 16-inch transparent lace frontal in deep wave and 3 matching bundles in 20, 22, and 24 inch. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification button so you get notified anytime I post. You'll be the first to know. As you can see, the install turned out bomb. I did it a few days ago, and you guys get to see it firsthand from how it looked as soon as I installed it. I'm so excited. Thank you again for tuning in, and let's get into it. Okay, so as you can see, we've already laid our wig cap down. From here, there you can see the wig. That's the unit that we're going to install. And it is a custom unit made by myself. So here you can see that I've already started blending the makeup in on the cap. I'm also going to do that on the lace before I add the adhesive to the hairline, well, the edges of the wig cap. And I'll use the same shade I used on the wig cap on the inside of the lace for the unit. Okay, so here I'm just using that towel with a little bit of alcohol in it to remove the excess makeup and any excess like got to be or anything that's along my hairline right there. Next, you will see me go ahead and start applying the adhesive. I use the Bold Hold Active formula, and I'll use like a metal spatula, or you can get like disposable popsicle sticks. I just prefer to use the metal spatula because it cuts down the price. I don't have to continuously buy popsicle sticks, but I disinfect it every time, clean it off with alcohol, and let it sit in barbicide in between installs so that it is disinfected before I use it on anyone else. Here I'm gonna spread the glue, and I do a pretty thick layer the first one. Really each layer is gonna be pretty thick. Now I go ahead and wait till each layer dries completely clear and then add another one. And I'm gonna do this about 5 to 6 times. Y'all have to pause here because y'all have to excuse my braids. I didn't feel like rebraiding my hair, so there's that. We're gonna just ignore that though. Just ignore that. So you see here I'm adding another layer. The first layer is already dried clear. So I'm going to repeat the same process. Go ahead and put the thick layer of glue on, then spread it out and let each layer dry clear. And it does get a little bit on your skin, but as long as it's not, I have a low hairline, so it's gonna be on my like edges anyway, like underneath the cap. But I've never had an issue with my edges coming out or anything like that. But it's probably because I remove mine properly. The people who have issues with that typically just snatch their wig off. I don't understand it. All you have to do is just use a little alcohol or get a lace remover and remove it that way, but I never have an issue with it. Here I'm going to go ahead and apply the unit. I've done my 5 to 6 layers of adhesive. It's dried clear, as you can see, and I make sure I try to line it up properly, because if you don't, it'll be a little uneven on the sides, and you want each side to be lined up exactly where it should be. So here I'm just going to lay down each side. I always lay down the middle first and then go and back and lay down each side. And I don't cut my lace before I go ahead and apply it. This way is just easier for me. I've just always done it this way. And plus you can maneuver the lace exactly where you need it to be. So here I'm just going ahead and using the blow dryer. This is really the only part that I use the blow dryer on. And then also to like get like little nitpicky areas, because I'm like really OCD when it comes to my lace. I will play with it for forever. So finishing up blow drying it. No sides are like the hardest thing to lay down. I will have to go in after I've cut, and I always start cutting from the middle. I will have to go in and go ahead and like relay down the little bitty sides, like closest to your ear. Those for some reason are always the most difficult. Don't know why, they just are. Here I'm cutting, and you'll see that I have I cut a little bit behind where the adhesive was. So I'm gonna have to go in with a little bit of alcohol after I went ahead and laid back the little sides down closest to your ear, that little piece right there that you're about to see. And that is that color because of the makeup. So this on the lace, and I cut the part of the lace off that was stuck in that part of glue. So here I am going ahead and cutting that little extra piece that covers your ear. If you don't, then your wig is not gonna fit right. So always go in, part it off, and cut that little piece off. It's just a little bit. You won't, as long as you part it off and section it properly, you shouldn't have a problem with you accidentally cutting the hair or anything like that. But see, I'm gonna part it off again just to make sure, because I'm real particular about it, and I don't want that extra piece hanging over my ear. And I'll go through and do the same thing on the other side, and I'll let you guys just watch that part. I don't necessarily have to talk you through it, but I'm getting ready to pull that little flap back that's lifted right there and relay it down. And this is the only time that I will use the blow dryer on the adhesive, besides like after I've pulled the unit forward and laid it down. And see, it's already looking so cute. So excited. Okay, so clipping that back, if I can get it. There we go. No, there we go. Okay, so clipping that back, gonna add a little bit of adhesive right there, and then I'm gonna blow dry it for a couple seconds, wait till it turns clear, and then lay it down. And don't worry, I am definitely going to get rid of that icky, weird layer that's in front of my lace. Please, no, it's gonna be gone. So blow drying the lace or the adhesive that I just laid down right there, and then I'm going to remove the clip and go ahead and lay that down. See, all better. And then just blow dry that a little bit to make sure it's down really well. And see, this unit could be done without baby hair. It really could. I think that's because of the way I plucked it. So pluck game A1. And now I'm gonna go in and do the same thing on the other side, and I'll come back in and talk more once we've gotten past this. Okay, so like I said, I got rid of that little weird layer that was like in front of the lace. Here I'm gonna start to do my baby hairs, and I wanted them done kind of how Lyra, I don't know if y'all follow her on Instagram, but I love her baby hairs. They always look so cute. So I'm doing my baby hairs like hers. I'm gonna use a little bit of that Nairobi foam. That's the only foam mousse that I use. I like Motions as well. That's like my backup, but I love that one. It's something about it. It just is amazing. The formula is perfect. So I'm gonna use a razor and go ahead and cut these baby hairs here. That blade needs to be changed because it should have just cut straight through. But I'm doing my baby hairs in like sections, so I'm like laying them down as I go. And then I'm going to tie the wrap around them. And that little brush thing is amazing. They sell them at the beauty supply. They're normally right by the front counter at like every single one I've ever walked into here in Memphis. So continuing the baby hairs. I'm gonna let you guys watch me do the rest of these. And then I'll come back in after we have done the wrap. Oh, and quick tip here, don't use too much of the Nairobi foam just because it will lift the lace, because it's not completely dry yet. You have to let it dry. So just be very careful about how much you use. Just don't overdo it, and you'll be fine. No biggie. Okay, so clipping up my hair. After I lost my clip, I finally found it, and now I'm clipping up my hair. Gonna go ahead and put that black wrap on there. I do it pretty snug. You don't want it too tight, but you want to do it snug enough to where it feels like it's secure. After that, you'll see me do a little bit of styling. I'm not gonna do much because I want to wear it in its natural texture. I'm gonna use some of the Nairobi foam and kind of spread that through the hair and run my fingers through it. You really don't have to do much with deep wave hair. It's just a get up and go kind of like hair texture. Nothing that you have to style every single time you go somewhere. Nothing that is gonna be super high maintenance. You can style it though, like if you want to flat iron it or curl it, you can, and it will still revert back to its texture. And because I'm wearing it in its natural texture, I'm not going to worry about like really flattening the top of that. It's already pretty flat. Like normally I'll go through with a pressing comb and kind of lay the part down, like wherever my part is gonna be, kind of lay it down a little bit more. And here, because I'm on a time crunch here, I'm gonna go ahead and blow dry this area. If you were just wearing your deep wave hair and I was doing your install, would have sat you under the dryer for this part. So that's normally when this part dries. So I'm removing the wrap and voila, look at it. Yes, looks just like scalp. Yes, scalp, yes. Oh my goodness. And I'm just like, sometimes when you take the wrap off a little early, which I did, I should have sat under the dryer. You'll have like that little sticky layer. So I'm gonna use a towel and just a little bit of alcohol and a little bit of oil just to remove that extra sticky layer there. And then I am really all set to go. She's so pretty. I love it. And I'm not talking about myself, I'm talking about the wig. It's just, and I refer to all my wigs as she or her, like, yes. They are individual people. Yes. And the unit can be parted anywhere along that front hairline. The wefts are sewn to the cap in the back, so no free parting all back through there. But in the front here, yes. That means deep side parts are able to be done. Middle parts, really parted anywhere you like. And like I said, this is a custom unit from my collection. Look at me turning for confirmation that it's cute. Anyways. And I am going to switch to a side part instead of the middle part anyway. So you see me using the foam to kind of smooth my part over to where I want it. And we are all done. Thank you guys so much for watching my first video. I hope you loved it. Like, comment, and subscribe.